Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So today's topic is going to be, this is a little more general one, but of course I'll work into it the idea of recovery from TMS, perceived danger pain, and this whole mind-body stuff. Today's topic is going to be, act like the person you want to be. So I'll get to that in a minute. It's a nice day, gorgeous. Earlier, there was some thunder off in the distance, and I didn't get out here to shoot during the thunder. It probably would have been cool to have that as some background ambience. Never did rain though, not today anyway. Let your breathing take on a normal rhythm and pace. Not constricted and tight and shallow, but just slow the breathing. There go the yawns. Alright, so act like the person you want to be. Alright. Have you ever said this word? I wish I were like this. I wish I were like that. I wish I could be whatever. Right? In the context of the mind-body recovery process, I wish I could be unafraid. I wish I could be stronger, braver. I wish I could be happy. I'm so miserable lately. I wish I could love myself, but I just don't. So if you're saying I wish I was richer, more healthy, more fit, pain-free, productive, engaging with other people socially, I wish I was. Ask yourself, if I was, what would that look like? And then begin to do that, right? I'll use happiness because there's a lot of people in this community, this chronic pain, chronic ailment community, that are just saying, I haven't smiled in weeks, months, years. I can't be happy. And even as I start to do this TMS work, I can't find joy in anything. And I get it. And one of the things I often say is that don't sweat it. Your brain's primary job is not happiness. Your brain's primary job is safety and survival. So if you are in crisis and you are dealing with something that your brain is trying to protect you from, this thing called TMS, perceived danger pain, your brain is trying to keep you safe and keep you alive. So when you sit down and play with your kids and you don't find happiness in that, there's nothing wrong with you. Your brain is just not prioritizing happiness. But if you could get a glimmer of it, if you could get a glimmer of joy, grab onto it. If you want to be happy, start acting like you're happy. You know how you do that? And it's honestly, it works. Go look in the mirror and do this. Smile like a crazy person, right? And I don't mean like you're insane, but just go smile at yourself in the mirror and hold the smile and look in your eyes until you start to feel your mood lift. It works incredibly well. The brain and our emotions are tied to our physiology, for sure. Absolutely tied to our physiology. So when you do this, the brain senses that our face is in this position that accompanies joy, happiness, right? And so by using the physiology, you can impact the psychology. So if you'd like to be happier, smile more. I saw this gentleman, George McClendon III, speaking on stage. And he said in his speech, a lot of people ask him, "George, why are you so happy?" He said, "Because I smile so much." And it's true. You want to be happier? Smile more. Because if you're like this, "I'm going to wait until I feel joy before I'll ever allow myself to smile," guess what? Sometimes we get happier by smiling more, by enjoying ourselves more, by allowing ourselves to lift the veil of this whole heavy lead blanket of chronic pain and chronic illness and say, you know what? There's still some good things in life. Joy, happiness, purpose, connection with others, meaning, right? These things are all important. So if you want to be a certain way, start being that certain way. Happiness is just one example. But if you want to be braver, ask yourself, well, what does that look like if I were to be more brave? Well, I wouldn't lay in bed terrified to get up as much. I wouldn't stay in the house terrified to go out as much. I'd be willing to go outside even if I bring the symptoms along with me, right? You want to be braver? Be brave. You want to overcome fear? We don't do that by trying to run away from fear and push it away. We do that by increasing our bravery. Now look, I also speak a lot about reducing the fear with accurate knowledge. So intellectually understanding that TMS, perceived danger pain, means you're already okay, and so that there's nothing to be afraid of, that's important. But if your fear is holding you captive in your house and not allowing you to do the various things that you wish you could do, I've said before, you need to be willing to experience the discomfort to get rid of the discomfort, right? You need to be willing to experience the pain to get rid of the pain. If you can lay comfortable in bed and think to yourself, if I don't move a muscle, I won't hurt, or I won't hurt as bad. Sorry, unless you want to spend your life in bed, that's not a cure. And I know some people have contemplated, well, maybe if I take like a month of bed rest, then I'll be okay. Well, number one, TMS doesn't mean you need to rest your body. That's avoidance, pure and simple. If I avoid my pain 100% of the time by finding the most comfortable position and never leaving that position, that's not a solution. All that type of thing does is confirm your brain's perception that movement is dangerous. Going out is dangerous. Doing things is dangerous. Walking, sitting, standing, laying down, whatever it is that tends to spike up the pain. If your brain perceives those things as dangerous, they will continue to hurt. So how do you get rid of them? Be willing to do these things that sometimes hurt, or always hurt, to show your brain that you're not in danger. Now, will it hurt during those activities? Initially, probably, right? Expect the best, and if it hurts, respond to the best. Expecting the best means that you're going to go do these things because you would like to do those things. And you are unafraid of the consequence. Even if you fear that the consequence is going to be a lot more pain, expect that you don't have to have an increase in pain. Expect it. I'm going to go do this thing I haven't done in a long time, and I'm going to be okay. Even if symptoms show up, I'll still be okay. Because here's the point. You've got 100% track record of making it through every single bad day you've had. And while you may have gone out and things flared up and it was really a awful experience, you still made it through. Still found your way home. Still made it through. But if you're going to lead your life in terror of ever encountering that again, your world's going to be pretty small. You're not going to leave the house. So if you want to have less fear, obviously accurate knowledge, know what's going on, know that there's a solution, know you're capable of implementing the solution, and then begin to act with more bravery, right? begin to act with more courage, commitment, determination, right? Fear doesn't just dissipate and go away on its own. It's a proactive process. You got to learn. You got to do the assessments and make sure, okay, this applies to me, no doubt. Make a decision that this is what's going on and I'm not going to look at any other things. Know that there's a solution. And I have people getting better all the time just from watching these videos. Trust me. A lot of people around the globe getting better just from watching these videos. As a matter of fact, I think I have 40 or so success stories. And maybe only a third of those people have ever been a member of my one-on-one coaching years ago or my paid coaching the past 2 years. So the other 2/3 got better just by watching this free stuff. You can too, right? Of course, I'd love to meet you and have you in my group coaching program, but it's not necessary. Totally not necessary. I don't hold anything back here in these daily videos. And if you watch me on a regular basis, you're going to get all the gold, all of the tools, techniques, insights, encouragement, strength, calm, right? A lot of people say their pain even subsides a little bit when they watch some videos. And I'm extremely humbled that that can work for some people. Allow my calm to transfer to you. Allow my confidence, rock solid confidence, that you're not broken. Allow that to transfer to you. There's something called mirror neurons, which if somebody is acting and behaving a certain way, it affects us. And so through this camera, I'm sharing my mirror neurons with you. And you're picking up on the calm, which is why oftentimes people get more calm watching these videos. It's just how this stuff works. So, act like the person you want to become. Want to be braver? Be braver. Less fear? Get the accurate knowledge. Decide that that's what's going on with you and know there's a cure and you can do it. That will help you dissipate your fear. Having a tough day and it's really painful or really symptomatic? Okay. Hold on to the confidence that you've made it through every bad day and you'll make it through this one. And if your bad day's starting in the morning, just know that it doesn't have to stick around all day. If you apply many of the proven concepts that I'm teaching of remaining calm, reminding yourself that you know what's going on, there's nothing bad happening, nothing dangerous, the brain's just perceiving danger, but there's not any actual danger. I'm not really in danger. You can turn that bad morning into a good day. A bad morning doesn't have to be a bad day. A bad day doesn't have to be a bad week or month or year. We can turn things around reasonably quick, and I see that quite often in the group coaching as people share their progress reports. They'll say, I had a bad morning, but I was able to remain calm, kind of talk to Mr. or Mrs. Brain a little bit, reminded myself that I was actually okay, nothing bad was happening, and things got better as the day went on. We can turn it around, and it's up to you. That's your job to turn things around. You're having a bad day? Turn it around. Clarity, confidence, commitment to yourself, knowing that consistent calm, freaking out less, reminding yourself of the accurate knowledge, the facts behind this TMS stuff is that you're not actually broken. And if you keep on looking at TMS and saying, yeah, but I have this thing with my shoulder, you haven't made a commitment to TMS yet because you're still talking about your shoulder. You might have TMS in your shoulder. You may have perceived danger in your shoulder and that's causing it to hurt. But if you're still talking about your rotator cuff or frozen shoulder or whatever, you're still stuck on the body. You want to be more committed to TMS and get off the fence? Act like you're more committed and get yourself off the fence. Some people say, I wish my thinking wasn't so crazy. Okay. Then make a decision and commit to not believing the thoughts that you're deeming as crazy. Now, no thoughts are crazy. Well, I won't say that. There's probably some serious mental illness, but that's not you. That's not TMS. And fearful thoughts, no matter how anxious you may be, are not crazy. They're just another symptom of a scared brain. Does that make sense? If your brain is terrified, it's going to come up with all of the what if thoughts. What if this happens? What if this happens? What if the doctor missed that? What if I really have a problem? What if? You're not crazy. You have a perfectly functioning brain that's trying to keep you safe, keep you alive. But it's operating on misinformation, bad data, and fear. Fear is a liar. So, act like the person you want to become. Who is that? What does that person look like? Jot down below who you wish you were. And then take steps every day to become that person. I'm telling you, baby steps towards yourself, towards your dream self, towards the person you wish you were, will get you there. And start with a smile. Start with a smile. Because a smile is a really good way to care for yourself and take care of yourself and bring joy to yourself. Seems silly, but try it. Go stand in front of your mirror. Act like an idiot until you start giggling at yourself. Now, it may feel fairly temporary, but you do it every day. You want to smile more? Smile more. Remember, if you want to be happy, smile more. The brain registers that as something good is going on. The brain registers as something bad is going on. You can change your emotional state with your physiology. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up here. This video is getting a little bit long. Didn't realize I've been yabbering so long. Hope everybody is well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Love you.